Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. I thought for today's video I would go over some tips and tricks that I use personally to make myself feel more confident and how I went from being insecure to becoming somebody who was more confident. I have like a paper that I wrote down stuff, so if you see me looking down, that's basically what I'm looking at. We're just gonna dive right into the tips and tricks. So tip number one is I stopped thinking negative thoughts. Negative thoughts were the number one thing that I felt like were holding me back. I feel like the mind is a really powerful thing, so me saying negative thoughts to myself all the time really brought down my self-esteem and really made me feel more insecure about myself because I would always be so negative. I remember I would always look in the mirror and just say really just bad things about myself. I would find every single thing possibly wrong with myself. Be like, oh, my eyebrows don't look good, or this doesn't look good, or I don't like how wide my shoulders are, like things like that. And like it just got to the point where I was like, enough is enough. So the number one thing I started doing is I stopped thinking negative thoughts, and I started doing things where every time I would say like, oh, you're ugly, or nobody would like you, those type of things, like in the mirror, I would always say like 2 other compliments. I swear to you, I would do this, and it really makes such a big difference, you know. And it's kind of one of those things like, don't cross it off your list until you try it. Like it sounds really cliche, but like it's something that really, really helped me. So I would always be in the mirror and say just really bad things about myself. And then when I would say those bad things, I would stop in my tracks and just be like, you are pretty, your body is beautiful, you are beautiful. And as I started saying things like that more and more, I started believing it, and I started feeling myself changing and my mindset changing because I basically was saying all these positive thoughts, and it made me just feel better about myself. And it goes really a long way because, like I said, the mind is a powerful thing. So if you're telling yourself every day that you're ugly and you're not good enough, well, what's going to happen? You're going to feel ugly and you're going to feel like you're not good enough. So I thought that if I started saying things like you are good enough and you are beautiful and all of that, then I would start feeling it, which is what happened. And it was something that I feel like is really important, and I feel like it just really, really went a long way for me. And the rule of thumb is that for every one bad thing you say about yourself, say 2 or 3 compliments. And trust me, the compliments will start weighing out the negative thoughts, and before you know it, you won't even be thinking the negative thoughts anymore. So the second thing is, don't compare yourself to others. Again, that was something I was really, really, really bad with. I would constantly go on my social media and I would always just compare myself to celebrities or, Instagram influencers, and it was something that was just really taking a toll on me because I go on my social media and the first thing I see is this really perfect looking, sorry, the lighting, is this really perfect looking like person. And then I'm gonna feel bad about myself because I'm like, I don't look like that. And it made me feel like that I wasn't pretty because I didn't look at how these people looked. So I wanted to stop comparing myself to others because that was something I did so much and it was so bad. And I feel like when you stop comparing yourself to others, it's kind of like another stepping stone because then you don't feel like you need to look a certain way or be a certain way because you're not comparing yourself to others. And I feel like that definitely made my confidence go up because then I started doing things the way I want to do it. Me not mocking those influencers definitely went a long way for me, which goes into my next tip and trick, which would be number 3, is that I unfollowed influencers, celebrities, anybody that was just like too perfect in my mind, because I was just like, I won't be able to get over feeling like I need to look a certain way if I follow these people. If I go on my Instagram and I see just a bunch of like beautiful people all down my timeline, like clearly I'm not gonna feel good about myself. So I thought that I should stop following them, and that's what I did for a little bit. And I unfollowed a lot of them, and it really, really changed. It really helped me a lot because I didn't feel bad about myself. I know that seems like crazy to some people, but whatever works for you, and that's something that works for me. And it definitely went a long way not seeing that type of content on my Instagram for a little bit because it just made me feel better about myself. All right, so number 4, going to the gym definitely helps so much. I think going to the gym is a great thing, especially getting started in the morning. I feel like going to the gym in the morning and starting your day out like that definitely sets the tone for the rest of the day. It makes the day easier. It makes going to school, it makes going to work all easier because you just feel better about yourself and you just feel more confident and you just feel more just put together and not as lazy feeling. Like you just feel really accomplished and really satisfied with yourself. And it's all those, endorphins rushing. You got to get them rushing. You could go to the gym in the morning, afternoon, night, whatever type of person you are, and be perfectly fine and still, have the results you want to have. But for me, what worked was going to the gym in the morning because it made me feel really good for the rest of the day. I would always go before work. I'd go before school. And then just going to school and work didn't seem as bad because I just felt really good. And I felt like I was just ahead of everybody else. And like, it just made me feel like I was just doing what I need to do. So number 5 is dressing in cuter clothes. I know this may seem kind of weird to people, but changing your attire and putting on cuter clothes definitely makes you feel better. I know for a fact that I used to have the worst style ever. Like when I was younger, I used to have the worst style. And then when I started dressing in cuter clothes and actually expressing myself through outfits, I started to feel better and more confident about myself because I was like, these are clothes that I thought I wasn't going to look good in. And then I ended up actually looking good in them. And I was like, I feel great right now. So it's something I feel like people could definitely take advantage of and put on a few cute outfits here and there and then make themselves feel so much better and feel more confident because you're just feeling good in what you're wearing. I am so broke, so I don't go shopping like that. I completely understand, I don't have that many clothes and stuff like that. My thing is you can play around with your clothes. You can mix and match different things of like what you already have. You can Google certain patterns you can match together and colors you can match together so you can make something out of nothing basically. Like if you feel like you don't have that many clothes, don't be like, oh my God, I need to go shopping so I can feel good. Like, no. You could totally make an outfit out of the clothes you have now. It's just about how you go about doing it, basically. I just said about like 5 times, but it's fine. And this goes into my next tip is that putting on makeup definitely goes a long way too. I feel like putting on makeup can make you feel more confident. And I'm not saying people who don't wear makeup, you look bad or anything, or you don't feel confident. I'm not saying that at all. You don't want to do it. That's your thing. Again, this is something that I feel like helped me. When I do my makeup, it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something for me. It makes me feel like me time. So I feel better and I feel more confident. And then it's just nice seeing the end result and how like the makeup looks at the end. And it makes me just feel good. And then it makes me just want to tackle the day and just be like, my makeup's bomb as fuck and nobody can talk shit to me. Like I feel amazing right now. And I feel like it's just something that's just so small. Like even putting on like a lipstick or even putting on some mascara, I feel like that just goes like a really, really long way. And I feel like it's something you should try if you feel like you're struggling with confidence. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't do your makeup for someone else. This is for you. So do it because it makes you feel better. And on that note, I will end today's video. I want to thank you guys so much. Oh my God, my lighting. Oh, my light's about to die. That's why it's dim. Okay, I'm sorry about the lighting change. But thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys like it. Make sure to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. I will see you next week for the next video. Mwah.